and it's Black History Month. So I'm really excited about that. You know, I actually prefer, I look at Black History Month being all year round. But, you know, if they're going to give us a month to actually celebrate us and it's all highlighted on us, I'll take it. I'll take it. So today we're going to, we got some phenomenal guests coming into the studio today. I have Mr. Michael Lawson from the CEO and president of the Los Angeles Urban League. And I have Miss Shawn White, who is a corporate attorney. And we're going to talk about Black History Month and the economic status of the Black community and what we need to do to make our community that much better and really get us moving. I'm excited about that. You know, we're at a place right now where it's about us and about nobody else. We got to take care of ourselves. So so we just got to do what we got to do, and we got to start coming together to do that, and not waiting for someone else to do that. But while we're waiting for Gilbert to come in, I want to do some highlights on Black History Month. And so as of last week, I did highlighting our women who've done some things and broke some barriers and just became the first women, and they were pretty powerful. So today we're focusing on those individuals that were Black innovators and inventors. And some of them I didn't even know about, and I think I'm pretty good at research, but, you know, some of them are, you know, we've done so much, and our history has been hidden from us for so long. And thank God for the internet, because the internet has brought all our stuff right there and open. That was probably the worst thing they could have done, was created the internet and allowed us to have access to it. Because now our people are waking up and they're learning new things about themselves, and hopefully it's empowering them to go out and do some fantastic things on their own, recognizing that we did not begin when they stole us and brought us to the United States and to America. That's not where we began. We began way before that time. But we're going to talk about the ones that actually helped make America great. And some of this stuff I didn't know. It was actually kind of interesting. A lot of it is actually pretty interesting. So I've discovered 14, or I found information on 14 Black innovators and inventors that created some stuff that you and I use every single day. And who knew that this was created by Black people? But I'm so proud of our people, because we are very, very talented, very skilled, and they just told us that we weren't, but we really are. So the very first one up is Dr. Shirley Jackson. She's an American physicist, and she received her PhD from Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1973. She was the first African-American woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT. And in addition to her length of academic achievements, she also has an impressive number of inventions under her belt. So one of the things that she invented was she paved the way for numerous developments in telecommunications space, including the touch-tone telephone, the portable fax, caller ID, call waiting, and fiber optics cable. And today, Dr. Jackson is the 18th president of Rensselaer Polytechnology Institute in Troy, New York. So our guests actually may know of that, because she was out of New York. Our next inventor is Mr. Louis Latimer, and Louis, he is a inventor. He was born in 1848 and died in 1928. And his development and what he did, he was an inventor and draftsman. Thank you. Hey guys, Jackie, Maxine, Elijah, and Jerry, welcome. And Clifton, welcome to the Business Zone. So what did he invent? He was an inventor and engineer. Louis was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts on September 4th, 1848, and he collaborated with science greats like Hiram Maxim and Thomas Edison. One of his greatest inventions was the carbon filament, a viable component of the light bulb. His inventions didn't stop there. He worked with Alexander Graham Bell. Latimer helped draft the patent for the Bell design for the telephone. This genius also designed an improved railroad car bathroom and the early air conditioning unit. So next time you want to escape from a hot day, realize that Mr. Latimer helped you do that. Our next person is Maria Van Bitten Brown. She was born in 1922 and she died in 1999. Did you know that the first home security was invented by a black nurse? That's Miss Brown. Although she was a full-time nurse, she recognized security threats to her home and devised a system that would alert her of strangers at her door and contact relevant authorities as quickly as possible. So her early inventions, or her original inventions, consisted of the peepholes, a camera, monitors, and a two-way microphone. The finishing touch was an alarm button that, when pressed, would immediately contact the police. So that's actually the ADP system, isn't it? So her patents laid the groundwork for the modern closed-circuit television systems that is widely used for surveillance, home security systems, push-button alarm triggers, crime prevention, and traffic monitoring. Next one up is Otis Boykin. And Mr. Boykin was born in 1920 and he died in 1982. His most notable contribution to science was likely the current improvements, the circuit improvements he made to pacemakers after losing his mother to heart failure, a contribution that has saved countless lives since that. He has 26 patents in his name and is famed for the development of the IBM computers, burglar-proof cash registers, chemical air filters, and an electric resistor used in controlled missiles and other devices. Our next one up is Mr. Lonnie Johnson. Now, you may know about this guy because I remember a couple years ago he actually made the news. He was born in 1949 and he's still alive, and he's an aerospace engineer, and he created what he's known for, what you may know for, is that he gave us the most famous water gun, the Super Soaker. So you guys probably heard about that on the news. I know I did. He wasn't a toy maker. He was actually an aerospace engineer for NASA with a resume boosting a stint with the U.S. Air Force, worked on the Galileo Jupiter probe and Mars Observer project, and he has more than 40 patents under his belt. So, and this guy I know you know, and he also converts heat directly into energy, but the squirt gun is what everybody knows him about. Dr. Charles Drew, we all know about him. I think we actually did learn about him in school. There's a very few people they let us know about. George Washington Carver, obviously. Some things they wanted to keep secret. I don't know why, but they did. But Dr. Drew is a physician and a medical researcher, and the Charles Drew Hospital is named after him. Dr. Drew is the person that, thanks to him, blood is available. He was a physician and surgeon and medical researcher and worked with a team at Red Cross on groundbreaking discoveries around blood transfusion. So I think you do know about him. He invented and got ready, and he also invented and get ready, because his name is pretty charming, blood mobiles. These are refrigerated trucks that today transport blood throughout the country for anyone that needs a blood transfusion. So he's a prominent doctor in his field, and one of the only African Americans during a time when blood donation was still separate along lines of race. Drew eventually resigned from his position with American Red Cross, and in 1950, the Red Cross finally recognized all blood being equal. Our next one up, and my co-host just stepped in, so you can slide on in. Our next one up is Mary and I am talking about the 14 black inventors that some of them that we don't even know about. I didn't know about, but you may know about. But the one we're talking about now is Marion Cloak. And Marion Cloak was inducted into the Women Technology International Hall of Fame, and a move that recognizes her remarkable achievements in tech. She holds over 135 patents, primarily in voice over internet protocol, which is VoIP, and some in other areas. She has over 100 patents currently under review. Today, she's the SVP at AT&T and serves as a mentor for women in the ATN labs, and sits on the board of the Holocaust and Genocide and Human Rights Educational Center.
I think we deserve to say her name again.
Her name is Marion Cloak.
Marion Cloak.
Croak. Never heard of her, have I?
Never heard of her, but you know what? She's phenomenal.
She's phenomenal.
She is phenomenal. And see, a lot of us probably thought that internet video IP stuff wasn't done by her. It was done by someone else.
I'm sure we did.
Maybe someone in a foreign country, right?
Yeah, probably. And you know, right now, a lot of people I know, we just at my home, we just switched over to a VoIP system.
Yeah.
And who knew?
I'm telling you. And it's been out there for a while. It just wasn't getting the kind of recognition that it deserved.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, see, what happened is this system, this method of communication was out there for a long time, but no one really knew about it until companies like Vonage and others start incorporating that.
Right, exactly.
Then we start hearing about it, and people start thinking that was the first time it was about. But she invented it a long time ago.
She did that in 2003. Let's see, when did she do that? It was probably her that did it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's her patent. So she's probably, but nobody's ever mentioned that was a woman.
It.
Even when they talk about women in tech,
they won't talk about it.
I've never heard this name.
And that's why we wanted to repeat her name again.
Yeah, because I've never ever heard her name. Another young lady, her name is Lisa. I'm gonna attempt to say her name. Her name is Lisa Gilbert.
How do you spell it?
Gelobter. I guess it's Gelopter.
Okay.
Gelopter, I guess. Yeah. So she invented the genesis of animation on the web.
Wow. See, we do those animations all the time, and we don't know where they're coming from.
Right. So
I got one on my commercial.
Yeah, the GIF, the DIF. That's her. This is her invention.
Wow.
And she was involved with the advent of shockwave, a technology that formed the beginning of web animation. She also played a major role in the emergence of online video, later serving as a senior management team at Hulu. Lisa was an interim head of digital for BET Networks and ran technology, product, and business operations. Today, you can catch her at the White House at the United States Digital Service, and she's currently serving as the Chief Digital Service Officer with the U.S. Department of Education.
I think we need to post these great innovators on our website.
Well, you know what? I actually created a video.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
So we're going to put that up today. I'm head of the game. But who knew that, right? I just started using GIFs of those when you're on Facebook. Yeah. You get they do all those animations and all that kind of stuff when you want to do a comment and you hear something ridiculous and then you come up with, it's like, what the hell? Exactly. And then you have somebody saying, what the hell? Wow. I had no idea.
That's amazing.
So, no idea.
Amazing.
And now our next guy, his name is Philip, and I assume he might be African, maybe, is Emeagwali. So I'm going to call him Emeagwali, somebody like that. He was forced out of school at the age of 14. Mm-hmm. That didn't stop him from becoming one of the greatest computer pioneers of our time. Mm-hmm. In fact, he's often called the Bill Gates of Africa. So that's where he's from. And an American began studying, as an adult, he began studying nature, specifically bees. The construction of the honeycomb inspired him to rethink computer processing. In 1989, he put his idea to work and using 65,000 processes to invent the world's first supercomputer and able to perform 3.1 billion calculations per second.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
Now, I think they used, I've heard them, that person not being a black person.
We never heard of these folks. So
all right.
Obviously, they're not recognizing them.
No, exactly. Then the next guy up is Mr. Jesse Ernest Wilkins Jr., finally a name I can pronounce. He is one of America's most important contemporary mathematicians. At 13, he became the University of Chicago's youngest student, and Wilkins continued his studies there, earned his bachelor's, master's, and eventually earning his doctorate in mathematics at the age of 19. Tell me black folks ain't bad.
That's genius stuff right there. That is genius.
And he's actually from the city I'm from. Mm-hmm. He published papers in mathematics, optics, and nuclear engineering as a mathematician for the American Optical Company in Buffalo, New York. He perfected lens design for microscopes and ophthalmology uses. His greatest contribution to scholarship was the development of mathematical models to gain gamma radiation in his work on developing a shielding against gamma radiation. Goodness gracious.
Amazing. That is amazing.
So those are, there's a couple others. I'll save them for next week, but that is
a tribute to African American heritage.
And that was celebrating our legacy. Oh, yes. So, wow.
That's phenomenal.
We're about more than just dance and sports.
That's why we want to take Small Biz Pro to the greater level.
There you go. Look at that. We're going to be reading about you soon.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to be taking it to a greater level. As a matter of fact, I'm just coming from a presentation over at USC. They loved the program. I did a pitch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I met this gentleman there who runs an incubator.
Oh.
And he loves it. He's going, let's try to get this for our entrepreneurs, But he loves it. And then yesterday I met with Economic Alliance in the Valley.
Okay.
They love it. So they've got this women's entrepreneurship program that they want to use it for.
Okay. Well, you're on the move, dude.
Oh, I'm telling you, man, my job is to get all small minority and women-owned businesses using Small Biz Pro to manage their business.
I think that's an excellent idea.
That's my goal. Right now, I'm getting ready to sign an agreement with the veterans, the U.S. Veterans Business Alliance. Mm-hmm. I'm getting ready to sign an agreement where I'm going to have them use Small Biz Pro for free. I won't charge them for it because they're veterans.
Okay.
You see what I mean? No one really takes care of them. No one gives them any assistance in terms of entrepreneurship. So I want to be that person who allows them to use the system for free to run their business.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you because I know you put a lot of it. You've been working on this for a while, and it's time for it.
Time for us to reap.
We need to have you. You know, the guy that invented the.
my picture should be on there.
Next, should be there next. And,
going, hey.
Right, because we do know that for our small businesses, every advantage they need every advantage they can get.
For sure.
It's just necessary because that's how we're gonna make some changes.
The thing is, if we don't take the advantage, the competition will take it.
They'll take the competition.
You see what I mean?
Exactly.
That's it.
So in my space, I'm doing let's see, Mr. Lawson's outside, but no interest. LeBron, Mr. Lawson can't get in. Can we help him? Thank you. The digital marketing class. Mm-hmm. So we did something a little different. We are actually reconstructing how our people think.
Very good.
And so they are. We actually had an online class.
Yeah, they told me. They told me there was going to be one. They told me because some of your people
are in your.
They come to my class.
Okay, all right.
So they come to mine on Tuesday, then they come to yours on Wednesday.
Well, we actually that's right because Clint Johnson is. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So we had an online class. Now here's the thing: we went through a whole process to make sure that they could get on. So I sent out a blast the day before and giving them the instructions how to get on Zoom and how to sign it up. And
Did you record it?
We did record it.
Yes.
And then we wanted them to all get there. We didn't want to have the struggles of it on the day of, which was Wednesday. When and it blew Armin away because we literally had 21 people
Wow.
all registered with
phenomenal.
no issues at all on getting on.
That's phenomenal.
Some of them were there when I sent the information. Some of them actually came on, or
Early.
at least they were there like at 4. I was talking to Armin, trying to get it all set up,
Yeah.
and I said, well, there's 3 people already on, and we're not going on until 6:30.
That's great.
And so they were all on, and then we recorded it, and we operated, and were raising hands, and they just got such a kick out of it.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great. I can't wait to see the recording.
Yeah, so I'll send you over the recording. So what we did was we're having a deep dive WordPress a hands-on workshop next week in boot camp. So this will be their first paid, because we've been doing this, the introduction has been free.
Yeah.
So we're doing the deep dive boot camp so that Karen, so that they can really start to customize their sites. So we told them what we needed, and we went through and explained what they needed to do.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday we'll have a hands-on workshop, and then they will come prepared.
That's good.
And they like the fact that it was they love it that it's online. So you know who's in our class, right? Anissa. Anissa is having a phenomenal
she's in the
time.
class?
Yeah, she is so excited. In fact, hey Michael, when she came, when we told him we weren't gonna have a class, on Thursday, and I was trying to decide where the class was going to be, because we were giving the Urban League a little break and Bonnie a little break, and I said, so we got a momentum going, so we don't want to do that. But I also wanted to we'd have to spread out the umbilical cord a little bit, because this becomes an independent thing. If you're going to make money on the internet, you got to figure out how to, there got to be some autonomy to it. Right. So I said, well, let's try this. And they just loved it. So we'll probably do one class a month online. And then because that's really where I want to teach.
And then that would get me involved even more, because then wherever I am, I can log in.
You can just log in.
That's
and
great.
so, and they just absolutely loved it. So we'll be doing that. So next week we'll be having our first deep dive WordPress. We now have 17 bloggers. Yeah.
That's great.
And and here's something interesting. So we run one of Armin's clients, which is called Pinch of Yum. They have a food blog, right? So Armin's been using their site as a diagram of how and how much money, because these people are quite successful at this, and they've been doing it since 2011. And they started from scratch, and they've built up. They have like 4.3 million people following them, right? Which means they're making astronomical amounts of money, right? And so he got a call from the guy that actually runs the site the other day to have him help him with something. So Armin was telling him, he goes, that is absolutely fantastic.
It is.
And so we're going to work on maybe him coming on the show.
Oh, very good.
Get him on the show.
Very good.
And, they run 2 blogs. They have the food blog, and then they have how to have a food blog. So the wife runs the food blog, and then he runs the other one, and they make just ridiculous kind of money on it.
They're definitely poster children for this program.
Because you know what? As I say, for us to move, and I mean Black people in our businesses, there has to be money. So however we can get these people to get money, because they're not going to get it through loans. But you cannot run a business on a marginal budget of nothing.
No, you can't.
you gotta have some money.
Because entrepreneurship means that things will happen when you least expect.
Right. And
you got to be ready to sustain that.
Right.
So
with the methodologies, with the affiliate marketing, and I've already made $600 on my affiliate with my Blue Hose. All right. And then I'm getting ready to, you better get on.
That's what
I'm
saying.
I'm getting ready to have a QuickBooks class.
Oh, wow.
So now I got my little affiliate link for you to purchase on sale right now, QuickBooks.
Are you going to do it on Zoom?
No, I'm going to actually do that one in person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for QuickBooks it has to be
in person.
But I'm doing an accounting class right now at the Urban League, and we got 2 more weeks, and I'm going to start doing that one online. I think that one will work online.
I think that's an excellent idea. I know we got to go to a break here. We've got about a minute of that. But I think that's phenomenal, Crystal.
Yeah, so we gotta get you online. We can actually do a class online.
That's what I'm saying. So let's sit down and write that so we can do it.
Yeah,
because I'm ready.
You ready? You ready to do online? Yeah, because you travel. You do way too much traveling, all up and down. You don't even like to fly that much. You certainly don't like to drive that much.
I don't.
So this will be perfect for you.
Well, like Tiffany Haddish says, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, we're ready. Well, before we go to break, let me just do this real quick before in the event that I don't have time.
Yeah.
So, guys, Saturday, I have the honor of speaking at the 4th Annual Women's Economic Empowerment Afternoon Tea Scholarship Fundraiser. Mm-hmm. So I'll be speaking there at 11 tomorrow, and it's tea. Mm-hmm. And so the ladies are coming in tea party attire, and with beautiful adorned hats. Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing a hat, but I am wearing my African attire.
That's what I'm talking about,
you like
girl.
That?
Queen Nefertiti.
Queen Nefertiti. And I went over to my little African shop in Inglewood, so I want everybody to go over to the quartet. It's called what is it called? Quartet Couture is on Market Street. The young lady and her husband are absolutely Suzanne, and her husband, he's the tailor, and he makes the clothes. Yeah. And they just have a wonderful shop. So it's Black History Month. You guys all need your African Wakanda outfit. So get over there. They got great prices, and she's just absolutely phenomenal. I told her I was promoting her on the show today.
That's good.
And I'm building my Wakanda, so I brought a top, and I got 2 more tops that I'm going to. So that's going to be. I'm going to eventually be wearing all African attire.
That's what I'm talking about. Now,
I'm embracing my Africanness.
Before we take a quick break, I want to mention this real quickly. Most of you may have known that James Ingram, an R&B singer, he died about 2 weeks ago.
But why did it just hit the paper and just enter that yesterday?
They just put it in the Los Angeles Sentinel because they're sending a lot of tribute and respect to him on here. But he's a phenomenal singer. He sang with all kinds of great people, Patty Austin, Michael Jackson. He was part of the Quincy Jones collage of artists, the We Are
awesome.
The World.
I grew up with him.
Yeah. So he's just phenomenal. He died at age 66. And if you see his picture, man, look at that picture.
Yeah, he looked actually pretty good. He had cancer, didn't he?
Yeah. I think they said multiple sclerosis and another muscular problem. But these are things that are attacking our community, and we need to be aware of these things. We need to pay attention. We get a little symptom, we need to jump on it. I was having a lunch meeting earlier with a sister from the CDC, and she said she was going in her car yesterday. She opened the trunk, you know, those automatic trunks that goes up and came down, hit her in the head.
Oh my God!
And she just started feeling dizzy, and then all of a sudden she wanted to sleep. I said, "No, don't go to sleep.
Oh, because she had a concussion.
And now she's feeling it more today.
Oh, she needs to go to the doctor.
That's exactly what I told her. But things like those can take us out. So we really need to pay attention, and you know, that's part of what went on here. So I just wanted to send some, you know, much respect and big ups to this gentleman. James Ingram is phenomenal. Yeah. And he's a fabric of the African American landscape.
Yeah, he's really that's and we got to take care of some other stuff. You know, we got a big.
I got to take care of me too.
Yeah, you got to take care of you because you don't do that. But the other thing we don't take care of is what happens when it's time for us to leave. So there's a big thing going on the internet right now, and we can talk about it a little bit when we get back with B. Smith, that was the restaurateur, and her husband is doing all kinds of crazy things. But it turns out she seems to have no other family, no other anybody but this individual, and who's supposed to be a loving husband who just moved his side chick in to their house. It's just like, what the hell? But we need to make sure, we need to take care of business because there's things that are happening. We don't. You
know, minorities believe that if you spend money on insurance and things like that to protect yourself in the future, should something happen, that's not supposed to happen to us. You know, that's morbid. So we'll talk about this on the other side.
Right.
And it's now 3:35. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we're going to bring up our first guest.
We're going to bring our first guest, and we're going to have some more conversation.
Excellent. So for those of you who are just tuning in, you're listening to, or you're watching the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today, Crystal, who do we have in the studios?
Well, we have a special guest today. I am very, very honored that she is here. We just talked last night, and it just happened.
And she said, let's do it.
Yeah, she wanted to come on, and
That's
we
great.
want to have you, and it just worked out perfectly. So today we have two attorneys
That's
in
how
different
entrepreneurship
spaces,
works.
and they're both here to talk about what they do. Miss Shawn White. First, I want to let you guys know, Alicia's been here. Alicia Matson White has been here.
She sat in.
White Matson has been here as a co-host, and she's the founder of the Bella Network. And so this young lady is a Bella, and she's also the sister of